K.MICHELLE exposes SHAMEA and her mom, and they're plotting and scheming against Portia and Mama Diane once again, and rumors on season 18 contract, y'all. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we're talking Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I am going to give you this video. It's probably going to come out right around the time the episode airs, but ultimately, there's some stuff we got to get into because K.MICHELLE is always with the SHITS, and she always provides us a good time on the Twitter/X. Now, there are rumors over the past couple of days or so that season 18 contracts have already gone out. I am seeing everything from everyone but SHAMEA is back. I am seeing only Kelly got offered a friend of role. Kelly got offered a full-time role. I'm even seeing rumors that potentially Nene Leakes snatched away SHAMEA's peach. You know what I'm saying? Like all types of rumors. I am no insider. I do not have any tea. That is just what the streets are saying. And I will say this. If SHAMEA is gone for real, she has nobody to blame but herself. She has nobody to blame but herself. She went way too far talking about kids, talking about the mamas, all of this and all of that. You alienated the cast. You pissed off the cast. The cast doesn't want to film with you. All you're going to have is Kelly. All you're going to have is Kelly. But you played all of this all wrong. And if that is true, that SHAMEA is gone and Kelly is back, Kelly, you're going to have a lot to answer for in that Carlos King interview. You're going to have a lot to answer for on that Carlos King interview, because if it is true SHAMEA is gone and you're back with a warning. You're back with a warning. Let's see how you function without doing all of SHAMEA's dirty work. Let's see if you can have a storyline that is not centered around Portia for 3 seasons in a row. Let's see if you can have a productive conversation and be cordial with Portia and stop worrying about what is between her legs and what she got going on. You know what I mean? Like it gets to a point. All of y'all got some stuff in y'all past in Atlanta. So choosing the same reads about Portia and what she likes to do in her free time and everything else, it's old. It's old. It's tired. These are old reads that housewives of years past have said. Give us something new. So now we got to get into the K.MICHELLE of it all. This is courtesy of the Neighborhood Talk, and it's hilarious to me that for whatever reason, SHAMEA has liked the post on the Neighborhood Talk where K.MICHELLE's exposing her and her mom once again. So it says, y'all, it says in response to a user by the name of Echo Does Radio, but did she call you out of your name, the same child you called a bimbo, all up and down this app and said that she sleeps with Africans? That's what you're mad over? Because you're way too comfortable. And I suggest you watch those B words, Miss Botch Boo, and some other stuff. So then K.MICHELLE quoted and said, "Witch with a B 3 times. You ran your dry mouth all season. I am giving your dusty ASS something to put in it. I didn't call a mother out of her name at all. You sound stupid. I'm on a TV show where we talk about each other, but no mother should be involved, especially with me, because I don't know them. You could call me botched. I've saved lives proudly, but I ain't botched no more. But you still a loser who needs me to give you something to talk about all day. Ugly face ASS." Then there's another quote of this same user that K.MICHELLE quotes, and it is in regards to the reunion trailer where K.MICHELLE is alleging that SHAMEA's mom and SHAMEA, where they were all at the club, where they were all at the hookah lounge, and somebody was called a Jezebel in a plot and scheme against somebody, calling them a Jezebel. And so the user again says, "Where's K.MICHELLE's mama? What is her backstory? Because why exactly is she so comfortable speaking on someone's mama? And K.MICHELLE says, yeah, which with a B, my mama ain't in the club trying to form an alliance and call people's mothers and their children out their name. She is teaching Sunday school. I didn't go to her mom. I was minding my business. She came to where I was to tell me to be loyal to her child. I'm not disrespectful to my elders, but if you in my face telling me BS about another mother, you obviously want my attention and opinion. Stop playing with me. Now, I gotta get on you for a second, K.MICHELLE, before I get into SHAMEA and her mother, right? Because ultimately, this happened before filming. I'm assuming and presuming that you already knew all of this, that SHAMEA and her mom were talking crazy with you at the club about Porsha and Mama Diane. And furthermore, after that, there was some other event SHAMEA was going to be attending afterwards that was going to feature Candy and Friends. And that's when SHAMEA told you, after her and her mom were begging for you to be loyal to the alliance and begging you to be loyal and basically not be friends with Porsha, is also, you invited yourself. You asked if you could come as well to what Candy had going on. I can't remember if it was Mama Joyce's birthday or what the case may be. But SHAMEA was like, oh, you can't go. I don't think that's going to be a good idea because nobody in Atlanta wants me to be friends with you, and some of those ladies are going to be there. No. So already, that to me, K.MICHELLE, is a red flag. You came onto this show not liking Porsha, not wanting to deal with Porsha. And ultimately, once SHAMEA went too far with her hatred and obsession with Porsha and her grieving over the fallout of her and Porsha's friendship being no more, once it had to take basically till the end of the season for you to realize how far SHAMEA was really to go with Porsha, and now you want to back up? No. You knew this. You said their mama. You told Pinky episodes ago SHAMEA's mama was squeezing your hand at the club to be loyal to her daughter no matter what. No matter how far gone she is about this obsession with Porsha. And y'all can say whatever y'all want about Mama Diane, but Porsha's been on this show, 10 plus seasons or however many seasons? And not once have we seen Mama Diane get into the fray with these ladies and get into the mess with these housewives. But when SHAMEA became a page holder, she decided that she wanted to involve her mom into the mess and involve her mom into the plotting and scheming and involve her mom at the storylines and bringing her to Kelly's Chicken and Waffles event that I do not believe was there to do some kumbaya nonsense with Drew. You were hoping Porsha was there so that your mom could fight your battles with Porsha and cuss Porsha out. And I think Porsha got a heads up what the plot was, what the scheme was, and Porsha said thanks, but no thanks. Porsha found out however she found out. SHAMEA's mom was there. SHAMEA's parents were there. And Porsha was like, no thanks. This is supposed to be about the housewives. And you're trying to bring the mamas into it. You're trying to bring this and make this about something else so that you can deflect and not hold yourself accountable. But my thing is with SHAMEA and even her mom, this is not how you do housewives. You do not have a legitimate issue with Porsha this season or last season. All your issues with Porsha you have brought up from issues years ago that you pretended was no longer a problem. You pretended that the issues were resolved, but really, in reality, they were not. And Neil, you want to come back and basically, act as though, you know what I'm saying, that this is a new issue, that this is a new problem. And when things did not work out your way, you try to use Porsha's daughter. And then when that didn't work, you tried to use Porsha's mom. And then when that didn't work, you wanted to go back to last season. Oh, Porsha didn't really want me to be a peach. But it looks like the reasons why Porsha didn't want you to be a peach, you proved Porsha right. That you being in the capacity of a peach, it was going to destroy your friendship. And did it not destroy your friendship? And then, because you did not know how to housewife, you held so many grudges, you had so much anger and negative energy towards these other ladies. If they even were cordial with Porsha, you could not handle it. And I still believe your crash out in Scotland was because the straw that broke the camel's back was Kelly and Porsha making up. And Kelly can say all she wants, oh, we make up as long as Porsha's marriages last. But listen, look at here. At some point next season, if the rumor is true that you're going to be back, you're going to have to make up with Porsha. Because that's how the show is going to have to continue. You can't do what SHAMEA did, which allegedly got her off this show, which is hold all these grudges, disrespect, you know what I'm saying, Cynthia Bailey of all people. You know what I'm saying? And going as far as you did with the mothers and the children, instead of standing on your own of what your real beef is, and your real beef is you feel a way that you couldn't take Porsha's spot on this show. You feel a way that you thought all of your money and all of your status was going to be enough for you to be a permanent fixture on this show, and that the ladies were going to ooh and ah at your mansion, at your lifestyle, and all of the things. But it is about your character. It is about how you are as a person. It is about how you treat people. And you treat people like crap. I still to this day do not know what your beef is with Drew. Even last season, you took on Porsha's beef with Drew. But I think it was all phony baloney, to be honest with you. And I think Drew and Porsha were in on it because they're thick as thieves again. I don't think SHAMEA knew that it was not a real beef. It was not a real situation. But SHAMEA, you actually made it a real situation when you're bringing up people's children and people's mothers instead of what your real issue at hand was with Porsha. And then all the nonsense that you fed Kelly about Porsha because you were on some Mad Day nonsense and never had the same smoke when Porsha confronted you directly. It was always Kelly piping up at the cast group events on your behalf. And you just sitting there rolling your eyes, pretending like you don't know what is about to happen. That's not how a peach is supposed to move. That's not how a housewife is supposed to move. You're supposed to be able to stand up for your own self and fight your own battles and not have other housewives do your bidding. And not try to do this alliance nonsense because it stalls the show. It drags things out. We want to see people quickly move storylines along so we can get to the next topic. Y'all want to drag out one thing for 15, 20 episodes? Get off the show. So we ultimately will know, because I believe allegedly filming is going to start in a few weeks, who really is back and who isn't. But to me, it's a no-brainer that Porsha and K.MICHELLE and Angela Oakley and Phaedra Parks and Drew Sidora are locks for next season. Because Porsha wouldn't have done that celebration Tickety Talk Live with Drew Sidora if she wasn't coming back. So I think the people that potentially are on the chopping block, if anybody, it's SHAMEA. And Kelly will have to see what happens. But she has to have a different approach than just going at Porsha every season, because it gets to a point that nobody knows anything about you. And you decided your first season to take on all of Britt Edie's battles and be the pit bull for Britt Edie. And then this season you decided to take on all of SHAMEA's battles and be the pit bull for SHAMEA. None of us know who you are, Kelly. Nobody knows who you are, Kelly. You just take on the identity of whoever, you know what I'm saying, you're leeching off of that season. We need something else. We need something else from you to show why you're a housewife, to show why you deserve to be here. And a third season beefing with Portia, worried about Portia's cat, is not going to move the needle, y'all. Anyways, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor and do y'all biggest one, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. Es todos es final. Es finito. Es the end of the road. Es the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.